All right, as you guys know, Creative Women MiniCon is October 21st. We hope to see you down here, and we'd like to welcome Hannah Moore to the event. October 21st, put it on the calendar. This is the 5th year that we've done this. We're going to continue to do it. It's been a great event. We've had tons of local support from all of you. And for Hannah Moore, this is the first time you've been down at Creative Women.
It is, yes.
Now, but this isn't the first time you've actually been in the shop at an event.
No.
You were here as part of a collective for Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, so
yes.
I do a lot of work. It's Ghost Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
So it's myself, Christopher Alvarez, and David Andre. And for the past 3 years, we've been doing conventions and things together. So we each have our own little section and things that we do. So yeah, we were here for Free Comic Book Day this year, and it went really well. We really enjoyed it.
Well, good, and I'm glad it went well, and I'm glad you'll be back, because the focus there was much more centered around Ghost Thunder, correct?
Yes.
And we'll have a little more art and things to show from Hannah when we come to Creative Women. This is what you guys might recognize, or you might not, and if you don't, you need to go look it up. Go check it out on Facebook, Instagram, the whole Twitter, the whole gamut there. But why don't you tell us a little bit about what Ghost Thunder actually is and what you guys do together? So
Ghost Thunder itself is literally myself, Christopher Alvarez, and David Andre. And David is a writer, and myself and Christopher, we are artists. So we got together because doing a convention with more people is a lot more fun.
It's a lot more fun
than trying to do it by yourself. And so we found that we work well together. We've got similar interests, and so doing it together has worked out really well. And this Ghost Thunder Presents is actually the first thing that we've all done together. So David's written every story that's in there, and there's 4 in the first volume. And I've illustrated a story, and Christopher's illustrated a story also. So this is kind of the first time we've all been together in something.
And you can see a little bit of it here. 4 different stories, but this is Hannah's book right here. And the second one is coming. I'm kind of surprised this is not on the local shelf. I'm going to have to talk to David to find out why we don't have copies down here, because I see them all the time. But number 2, you got number 1 out. We'll have that available on the 21st. But number 2 is coming, and you've done another story. Is it a continuation of the one that's in here?
Yeah, so in volume 2, all the stories are continuing, and we are actually adding a new story. So it'll have 5 stories total in volume 2.
Okay, David is
he's prolific.
Busy man. Yes, which is great. He's got to keep busy. He does all the cons. You guys do all the cons. In fact, I mean, you guys have probably seen the Stockton, Grape City, or did you not do it this year?
No, we
spoke too soon.
We did Stockton, we did Grape City, we just went to Santa Rosa for the Toy Con and Comic Show.
Perfect.
Done Silicon Valley.
What about SACCon?
We've done SACCon once.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think one year we were just everywhere, and then the next year we've kind of
life caught up to you, and you're like, okay, we have to be a little more selective.
Trimmed it down a little bit, and I think there's definitely a lot of shows now just in this area, and so it kind of, I think, it's a little overwhelming to try to get to every.
It can be, and when you're stationed here in Sacramento, and you can only do a certain number of shows, it makes sense to do them a little bit farther outside of your own neighborhood, because you've saturated a lot of this.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense.
People have seen us a lot.
until number 2 comes out, and then you have to be at every con again for 6 months, and then go back down.
Yeah.
So, but comic art was not your first venture. I mean, you've been doing traditional art.
Yeah.
And you guys have probably been staring at this the whole time. Of course, you have been, because it's 11. The new season is coming. Hopefully, you'll do another follow-up.
Yeah, I'm hoping you'll see it, and then see.
Unless you don't like it, all right, fair enough.
Well, I'm not going to say that I won't like it. I have high hopes, but I'm not going to try to get too hyped on it yet.
Do you read Paper Girls?
I read, I think, the first couple of issues.
I'm just wondering, because it was weird to me that they both came out at exactly the same time. They're both set in the 80s. It's got this whole weird double world thing.
Yeah, a couple of
very strange. But anyways, that's off topic. So what kind of stuff do you do as far as painting goes, and when did you start?
So, I mean, growing up, I guess art has always been something that I've done, but going into college, it's what I studied formally. And I kind of ran the gamut of things. So it was painting, drawing, photography.
Kind of figuring out what worked, what didn't,
Yeah,
what you liked.
Printmaking. So I've kind of stuck my hand into a lot of different things, and so it really kind of depends on what I'm feeling like. But I'll
That's fair.
say for the ease of working with materials like acrylic paints, I think, we have a small space, and so I can't really spread out with too much. So it's kind of like oils are kind of out of the question because that needs to kind of stay out and while you're working on
Gotcha,
it and
okay.
drying. But with acrylic, you can kind of get it down. It dries quickly. You can pack it up if you need to, bring it back out. So
All right, that makes sense. So this is your favorite to work with.
yeah, right now it's space. I think if I had like an actual studio, there might be a lot more things
Give
going
it
on.
a couple more years, buy a few books this weekend and help make it happen. Do you do your comic book artwork traditionally?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
11 by 17?
I actually tend to work fairly small.
Yeah,
so,
some people do it. It blows my mind that you can get that on the little page.
So the story that's in there, all hand drawn, but then I guess the way I did that one was I draw the characters separately, I draw the background separately, and then digitally I actually put them together and then do shading digitally.
Okay, so you do have a little cross
a little bit,
pollination.
yeah,
there.
just like how I assemble everything, I do it digitally.
Okay, but these are obviously hand drawn. There's a bunch of stuff she's going to have on October 21st, guys. Not just the comic book. Are you selling 11?
Yeah, I have the original for sale, and then I have prints of it also.
Okay, so the original will be on the wall up here, and then you can get prints if you just want to have it on your wall. There's also, before we go into that, I get sidetracked easily. We've got some other original artwork here to put up on the wall. Don't forget to check out the gallery for the month of October because the entire thing will be dedicated to the ladies that are going to be down here on October 21st, and it'll give you a little idea of what to expect when you come in. It'll have everything from jewelry to original paintings to prints, just a little bit of everything. So, speaking of prints, though, what do we have here?
I've got my two little Pokemon, a Charmander and Pikachu, and they are enjoying the finer things in life.
I did not realize that. I didn't know they ate. I didn't think Ash let them eat.
They have to eat something. Normally, in
Encouragement,
the
that's what they eat.
Well, in the games, you actually can feed them berries.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yes. And in the new game, you can give them, what is it? It's like the Hawaiian donut type pastry.
I'm not sure.
They're like malasadas, or I'm not entirely sure.
Somebody will tell us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds good. We should
Somebody
try it.
will correct me.
Yes, but so it sounds like this is the vet would disapprove
Probably.
of feeding them donuts and hamburgers.
When you're fighting, you expend a lot of energy. It's like when you go and run a marathon. It's kind of, you got a carbo load.
That is fair. That is fair. And those little guys do go through a workout. So we'll have the little prints.
Yeah, lovely.
And then you've got other things. There's a ton of stuff here, guys.
So I've got some shirts. I happen to grab a very large one, but some shirts that it's a squid and a whale, and they love each other.
If those hearts had not been there, I would have assumed that there was an epic battle going on between the two of them. But I'm glad to see the hearts there. That's awesome. Something a little different. And what else we got?
And the last thing I brought with me is it's a reusable shopping bag. So it is a cat, and the cat is saying "yao," which is meow in Korean.
Okay.
So it's a Baggu brand bag. It's a bag that I like to use but it's a reusable bag. It's supposed to hold up to 50 pounds.
Which everybody should be using at this point here in Sacramento. You should pick one of those up and put your comic books in it, no matter where you go. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's perfect. 50 pounds of comics a week. I think you should buy that too. That would be absolutely amazing. And who knows what else you're going to have?
Yeah, I'm going to bring something else. It's going to be a secret surprise.
I don't even know what the secret surprise is.
I might not even know either.
You're like, but on that day there will be something else. If there's nothing but this stuff, you call her out. All right, I want somebody to do it because I won't. So where can they find you online? I mean, you're pretty much.
Yeah, so as far as Ghost Thunder is concerned, we are at ghostthunder.com, and that has our blog, which is updated sporadically. But there's also a link to our shop there where you can find...
Perfect, you can get the stuff up there.
Yeah, you can find our things there. Instagram, it is _Ghost Thunder, and it's the same for Twitter.
Okay. And then, yeah, just type it in on Facebook. You're going to see it. You'll see the logo. Is there anywhere for you personally that you want people to go?
Personally, I guess Instagram, you can find me at Curious Zoology. That's all one word, no underscores. And that's really, I think, mostly if I'm going to post anything, it'll be there.
It'll be Curious Zoology. Why Curious Zoology?
That was actually when I was doing things more on my own, art-wise. That was the name that I used. I generally am interested very much in animals.
It was an animal thing. Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look it up. You've got some stuff up there. We'll have her work on the wall, and of course, October 21st, guys. Come on down, take a peek. Be supportive. Just talk to them; they won't bite you. And if you like something, purchase it. Every little bit helps out. So, thank you very much, and thank you
Thank you
for coming down. We'll see you on the 21st.